Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XI. Did I say 14 last time? Huh, I feel like I did. Either way, we're back here in Norg, because apparently that's where we gotta go. Because we've defeated the Archangels, and for some reason we have to leave Tulia and tell Gilgamesh for some reason. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Eldenarg. If the prince had already opened the gate of the gods, Vanadil wouldn't be here anymore. Wait. I gave him a southern accent, didn't I? If the prince had already opened the gate of the gods, Vanadil wouldn't be here anymore. But as you can see, nothing's changed so far. Which means all we can do is wait. The fuck does... When did they make a fool out of you? I don't even get what the fuck that's like supposed to mean. I don't know if that's like a translation error or, you know, like whatever. Or if he was supposed to be saying something different. I don't fucking know. Like, I truly don't understand. We're gonna warp to Romoave now, because we need to go through the entrance to Sky. You can actually go into Sky and go backwards, but that seems kind of like not the way it was intended. So I'm gonna go the way it was intended. We'll get to see the teleporting elevator again. I'll hear some Romoave music for a sec. Oh wait, I went straight to... Well, fuck it. Okay, I fucked up. I was gonna walk through all the gods and be awesome and stuff. I was stupid. I'm pretty sure this is the way. Like I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to operate the elevator, but maybe I'm talking out my ass here. Oh. Okay, never mind. There's, I was supposed to go the other way, but whatever. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm a moron. So I think, despite what I've said, I'm pretty sure that I just go to where Eldenark is right now, right? Like, that's one of the things that always kind of drove me insane about some of the quest dialogue in this game. Was one of the reasons I didn't pay attention, like real close attention to details. You know, you get shit like that where Gilgamesh pretty much says, "There's nothing we can do. Just wait." And it's like, no, don't you mean go to the fucking floating island and just look for him? Like, why did I even come back to Norg? Like, I don't even, I don't even understand why that's a thing. I just truly do not know. What I do know is it's Ice Day, and that might be kind of nice for us in the upcoming fight. I plan to do the upcoming fight without trusts. Although, let's see. I don't know if... Do I have my... Okay, okay. We'll be fine, we'll be fine. And the reason why is because Red Mage has always been able to solo it. Even since the very early Final Fantasy 11 days. At level 75, with Joy use, full artifact armor, and some other nice things, Red Mage was able to solo this. There was a Red Mage who was a legend among the community. I believe he was Japanese. He was a Taru player, and his character name was Avesta, or Avesta, which is like a reference to something like Zoroastrian or something like that. And he had a bunch of solos that he did on Red Mage that were just considered to be mind-numbingly amazing. Although most of them consisted of casting a dot on the monster and kiting it for hours. Like he soloed, I think, Genbu, which is one of the sky gods. He soloed, I said H6, right? Head back to Ruan Gardens and go to the I6. Oh, okay, we're one island too soon. Okay. My bad. But yeah, so he soloed this fight. I don't think he soloed the Archangels. I don't think that would have been possible for him to do at the time. Just not enough player power back then. And no trusts, obviously. If trusts had been in the game back then, a lot of people would have soloed stuff. Because trusts are absurdly powerful. He probably could have soloed, like, Archangel Galka. I don't think he would have had that much problem with Galka. Maybe even Mithra, too. But yeah, the guy was just like an absolute dynamite, bona fide, amazing Red Mage. He did these solos so early that, like, I was watching them in, like, 2005, 2006, and just being amazed. And trying to replicate them to any sort of degree of similarity. I remember, you know, my friend Calm Wind and I, we duoed this mission together. And the way I talked him into doing it, I said, hey, you know, like, I saw Red Mage can solo it. And he's like, yeah, but I'm not that Red Mage. And I was like, well, that's what I'm here for, right? You know, I'll be doing half the work. You just keep me alive, and then, you know, chain spell nuke the boss in the next phase, you'll be fine. We actually failed the first time, though. It really, it really upset him. Calm Wind was not a happy camper that I talked him into doing it, and then we failed. The reason we failed is because I was on Warrior, and basically Calm Wind had to do the task of keeping me alive, and in the first phase, while also like sleeping the ads and trying to fight as well. And he opted to stand back a bit, but he didn't. Like, the first phase wasn't that bad. I can't remember, something bad happened. I think we didn't have poison potions, or he didn't have poison potions, or he had stone skin on. Something like that. The boss can sleep you, so. Okay, so we're getting a cutscene. You are the Great Bane, the nightmare that will devour the fair land of Vana'diel and thrust the world into fear and despair. But as one bright star shines through the clouds at night, as one song rings clear above the roar of beasts, we hold to one hope in these darkest of times. The darkness must be vanquished, the Bane must be purified, no matter the consequences, that they will come with the wisdom of ages and the strength of thousands to deliver us from our plight. We await the awakening of the warriors of the crystal. Didn't I already kill them? Isn't this the main entrance? What do you mean, made it this far? I've done all the work so far, you haughty bitch. I mean... Okay, well, you better actually help me in the fight. I better not be stuck doing all the work. Well, sort of. Rhapsody's kind of put a kibosh on that, though. When this is all over, how about we hop on a ferry and sail around the world? Just the two of us. Oh, she's hitting on me now. I don't think I would really hesitate at all. I'd be like, hell yeah. What do you mean you've got to go now? The writing for this was not exactly amazing. Also, whatever the fuck happened to Aldo and Zaid, right? Like, they came up here with us and then subsequently disappeared. We didn't see them in any of the Archangel fights, and we haven't seen them since. So have they just been searching for El Denarque this whole time, or did they find him and have they been delaying him this whole time while I've been, you know, doing stuff? Also, having the map to this place is pretty nice. I never had the map to here before. I was gonna do this by memory. Oh my god, those... I think they're sight, but they might be true sight. If one of those aggroes me, I'm gonna want my trusts out, but... I don't remember having to run past these things for some reason in this portion of the place. Then again, it's been several years. They're really easy to kill, but they summon monsters that are... Oh, right. Okay. We're gonna have to go another way for a second here. I forgot about these colored doors nonsense. I say nonsense, but well, it's kind of nonsense. We're trying to get to the center there, and that door that was in our way is controlled by these different switches that are up and around. These weapons are like level 82 or something. Man, this is gonna be annoying getting to the center of this place. I've got a feeling. I knew there was something I was forgetting. I was thinking to myself, wasn't it hard to get, like, in there or whatever? Like, wasn't there some catch? And yep, there is a catch. The catch is, let's see. Wait, what? Does not respond. Okay, well, I want the blue one to be open. Or something. I think. Whichever one I wanted, the yellow one was closed, right? So that's what we wanted to be closed. But I don't know if we're gonna get back to where we came from by going this way or not. I'll figure it out. But God, I hate wasting so much time just getting there. But I had to show the cutscenes off, and I wanted to be sequential. I mean, this is part of the game, getting there. It's just not very interesting to watch, is it? Raga, 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 raga. Oh, there's a robot. Hi, robot. Or a butler, huh? Or a butler, or a butler, or a butler. I don't know where any of these go. I'm just gonna jump into them. Although I suppose I could, like warp out and come back now that I've hit the switch. Because switches will stay hit. Like they don't operate off a timer or anything in here. Oh, we're back. We're back. But can we go the way we need to go? Because we need to get into the center there. I wonder what this fountain area looked like in its prime. Think of it though, I don't actually know if this is the... Huh. I mean, you can assume each one of these exits is one of the outer islands, right? We need to get to that staircase in the center there. So I think we're almost there. Oh, those are sight. Those are sight. Interestingly enough, these aura statues, they drop a rare exclusive item called a diorite that's used for getting an autumn stone from a notorious monster that spawned with it in another portion of the floating island castle here, called Ulikumi. And he's like some giant from Greek mythology or some shit. He also drops a great axe that was decent back in the day. For a time. I think it had like 91 base damage or something, and an additional effect like wind damage or... No, it wasn't wind damage. It's like additional effect something or other against... I want to say it was against beasts. It's like, maybe it was like accuracy plus 7 against beasts. Because there was also a great katana like that dropped from one of these giants. That was considered to be like the second best great katana in the game at the time, because it had like... I think it had strength plus 2, and then like 81 base damage or something like that, and accuracy versus beast plus 7. Either way, we've gone the way we need to go. So, and there's a homeway crystal here. Huzzah for convenience. So if we fail, and it's like not even close, then I'll just come back and annihilate this fight with trusts. But I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Oh, but prepare for siren alarms. Celestial Nexus. And I believe now our mission has changed. Yep. Okay. So... Celestial Nexus. Here we go. The final fight. Oh, Lion somehow beat us here, and there's Aldo and Zaid. Sure enough. But we don't get to see our hero characters do anything cool ever in Rise of the Zilart, which is also one of the worst things about it. Couldn't lay a finger on them, can't move. True power of the crystal, huh? But here's calm wind, baby. Gonna put a stop to your shenanigans. Nice to see you all again. I was beginning to wonder if you'd make it this far. But enough with the greetings. We all know why we've gathered here today. Let me be brief. Thanks to you adventurers, the beastmen interfering with my plans to revive the crystal line will soon be vanquished. Once that is complete, the gate of the gods will finally open. And as for what happened to the Vanadil then, Who knows? But what I do know is this. What lies on the other side of that gate is the dream that I have seen for the past 10,000 years. The dream of paradise. And what about you? Don't you want to see what is on the other side? Don't you want to be reborn as a god? Come with me. And he's all like, hell no. Then again, Calmwind does have brown eyes. Dun dun dun. Ha! Are you still answering to your foolish pride? Come on, I'm giving you one last chance. The chance to be almighty, and you're just throwing it away. You people truly are the plague of Vana'diel. You don't think that you can stop me, do you? You don't think that petty beings such as you can make a difference in the world? You're pitiful and useless. The darkness that lurks within all of you is the disease that eats away at this planet. And if you want to die meaningless deaths, then I won't stand in your way. Now is the time to say goodnight to all those who fail to cooperate. I wonder why he's getting on a fancy machine to fight us when he didn't against Zaid and them. Oh, maybe he's tired. Maybe they actually tuckered him out. Okay. I'm not sure how much time we have to buff, but I'm pretty sure we have an unlimited amount of time to buff right now. Man, my spell list is like nauseatingly big, huh? This is why macros would be a good idea, but I'm kind of a hoe. Okay, so normally, you know, we would put Stone Skin on, but since he can do Sleepga, we don't want to do that. We're going to be making use of Poison Potions, which to inflict a very weak poison on us. That way, if he puts us to sleep, we'll just instantly come out of it. For our bar spells, we're going to be using Bar Petrify. It's not going to be for this phase. But there's a second spoiler alert. A final boss to a JRPG has multiple forms. In his next form, he's going to be capable of petrifying us. So we'll just want to go ahead and preempt that by having Bar Stone and Bar Petrify going. And in this phase, there's not a lot to really debuff. Like, he's untouchable until after we defeat his. He's basically got it's not really a force field. You'll see what it is. He's got a protection, and we can't debuff him at all. And he's gonna have adds. The adds we can sleep, but for the boss himself, we're gonna have to just sort of keep ourselves buffed with our ninja shadows, and every 33% he's gonna do a really big nasty move called phase shift. So we're gonna try to like want to watch his HP bar. If we had like a add-on, we'd be able to see the percentage of it, but we don't. So this is one of the few times where having like an add-on would really help. But I don't think there's a way in the config to set it up to see it in this game. So that's like barely even an option in 14. So, and I know I sure as hell couldn't see the percentages. I just had to eyeball it back in the day. But yeah, we should be fine. Okay. And we're gonna be in our TP setup because most of our damage is gonna come from from swinging. I think Dia will work on it. On the thing we gotta beat first. See, there he is. It looks like he's just there on the thing. But, oh, nope, he's got exoplates around him. And they don't auto-attack. But he cast Ancient Magic, and the exoplates will occasionally do like TP moves. So that orbital is the adds. You gotta keep those slept. He's already got 2 of them out. So the second one. Kind of hard to see, really. And I need to go ahead and use poison potion. Fuck me. Well, it'll wake me up when he hits me with something else. Or if one of the orbitals wake up. This is really bad, though. I should have used the bitch. Okay. It's not good. It's really not good. Okay. Let's turn around for a second so that we're not constantly okay, that's just a bind, so we should be okay. We need to get our shadows back up. Yeah, this is really bad, actually. We can turn back around. And I'm gonna go ahead and Savage Blade it to try to force it to... Oh wait, actually... Okay, now I'm gonna Savage Blade it to try to make it do things. Phase shift. And we got stunned, and that's really bad. Okay. Okay. God, those orbitals are annoying. Jesus. Now, I'm gonna fail, aren't I? Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that kind of sucks. Alright, so I screwed the pooch there. That's my bad for not getting the orbitals slept fast enough. I'll give it one more try by myself, because I know it's possible. I just have to be more on the ball and quicker to do things. Let's see. And we can just go back there, because we have this. Sorry for losing. Also, sorry for my ego. Sad times. How much did that Savage Blade do anyway? That was at like 160 TP. Yeah. Let's see. Savage Blade, 2797. Okay. It did like a full. I was like, it did like a freaking quarter of the thing's HP. So. The food I had on last time was leftover. The leftover pizza. This time I'll use rabbit pie. And, I'm gonna Probably should have used that back in town to get the bonus to duration. Or maybe the Moogle tomes have already. I'm not sure if the cutscene's gonna replay or not. It probably will. Yep. Okay. So. Yeah, if I don't win this time, then I'm just gonna. Use my trusts and defeat this like it's nothing. Because he's weaker than the Archangels, really. He just has 2 forms. And in his second form, you have like 1 minute to like rebuff and redo things. And that's why I brought Ethers and Dusty Elixir and stuff, is for that form. Although I do really like the music for this fight. It's also unique to this fight, as far as I know. Okay, let's get our shit going, shall we? Let's get the Chateau stat on, just because we might as well. Okay. So. You can also kill the orbitals, they don't have that much HP. But he just respawns them over and over again, I'm pretty sure. I don't know exactly how fast, because I've never tried killing them. The general consensus is always sleep them. This time I'm going to start with Stone Skin, just because I might have a little bit of trouble killing the orbitals, and he might nuke me from the start or whatever, so do whatever. After that, I'll take a poison potion right away. And I've put my defending ring into my gear sets, by the way. Except for my weapon skill setup, so whether I'm in my casting setup or my TP gear, I've always got that going for me, making me slightly harder to kill. Only slightly, only slightly. I have no idea what gear sets Avesta used to solo this. I know he used gear changing, and I know he did it before Yutsutsumi had its own unique icon. Yutsutsumi used to just look like a circle with a red up arrow in it for a buff, you know? It's kind of funny. Okay, so I'm gonna go on down. Oh, I don't have haste on. Did I have haste on last time? Probably did. I was wondering why I didn't use up so much MP. Oh, and I don't have play lengths on either. Man, I am just trying to lose. Okay. Oh, by the way, if you try to hit Ilden Arche before you take his exoplates out, then he just acquires them, or well, I mean, doesn't take any damage and nothing happens to him. gonna go ahead and eat a poison potion. Do shadow cancel. Go ahead and weapon skill. I just want him to move past the phase shift portions sooner than he is. One of the orbitals woke up. Let's target the orbital. Oh, come on. Oh, now they're both awake. And I'm stunned. It's not good. Okay, one of them. Got him. One of them. Just turn around for a second. Oh, come on! It was going so well. Okay, that's it. I'm just killing these orbitals. Assuming I can ever get unstunned. But by the time I'm dead again. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. What to do? Okay. Let's see. Okay. I don't know exactly what I want to do here. I mean, you can tell. You can obviously tell it like this. You know, if I just use trusts, it would be over. Maybe I have a sick, sadistic side to me that wants to just I don't know, lose or whatever. Let's see. No, there's no rabbit pie on sale. So we go with pizza, and that would give us accuracy we don't really need. Carbonara might be nice because it gives us HP, more total HP, but it's so expensive. I would have liked to have gotten more rapid pie, but can't always get what you want. We'll try this Hydrocoph Day. It doesn't really matter. Like, the food we get, it's just sort of better than having nothing. It would probably help if we had merits, because I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that when Avesta soloed it, he had merits. But I don't actually know. I can't verify that. Okay, so Hydrocopter pretty much does the same thing as Rabbit Pie, just less defense and no vitality. Excuse me. Of course, another reason we're having a little bit of trouble is because we don't have any. We don't have any. Come on, brain, work with me here. We don't have any. We don't have our enfeebling or our enhancing magic skill or our healing magic skill capped. We're working with less than what we should have. And I think for this particular instance, I'm going to do a hybrid haste. Yeah, haste and intelligence set up here. Let's see. I might go with the Cuchulain's metal for a little more accuracy. Let's see. Pixie, Phantom Pathlum can stay. Philomath Soul can also stay. Yeah, I think this. I'm just gonna use this like hybrid set more or less, just to keep my spell interruption rate, you know, there, and my fast cast, while also still having 11% haste, I guess, on top of my magical haste. I don't know if it'll actually be better than what I was doing with the gear swapping or whatnot, but it'll eliminate one element of what I'm trying to do when I'm having to target these stupid orbitals. And this time when they come awake, I might just kill them. Because like he'll probably just shit them out like immediately again or something. But if I could even get rid of one and sleep the other or something, you know, it would be better than losing. And if I lose this time, I'll just use trusts. I'll drop my foolish pride and use trusts. Yeah, sure thing, buddy. Whatever. Once more with feeling. Kind of wonder why Composure doesn't affect Protect and Shell. It's probably because they're already long enough as buffs, but it still kind of irks them. They should be like, I don't know, they should be buffed up to about an hour by it, but they're not affected. It's dumb if you ask me, but thinking a lot of stuff is dumb if you ask me. You know, we don't actually need Bar Petrify for this phase. I think I'll just go with Bar Sleep. We're not even making it past this phase, so I'll just go with Bar Sleep. And you know what? Actually, Bar Thunder, because those orbitals are doing electricity to me, or whatever. Rest our MP up real quick, and we'll run in and we'll die again, and it'll be great. And you can head desk for me. I wish the Hail Ring had like a resist sleep or whatever. Maybe I've actually just been losing on purpose because I like this music a lot. No, I'm kidding. I have definitely not been losing on purpose. I don't like losing at all. Losing is one of my least favorite things to do. And I noticed I don't have my Inspell or my Phalanx on. By the way, Phalanx 2, because it's for other people, it's actually not as good as Phalanx 1 on if you were to like use it on yourself. So, oh, we're in Thunder Day now. Okay, cool. Okay. Here's that exoplate standing out there all proud, loud and proud and shit. Or, not exoplate, orbital. You know what I meant. Nope, and there's the second one. And there's me getting slept. And not woken up because of my stone skin. It's okay though. Say fucking put Bio 3 on these exoplates. Lower their let's use that poison. And we'll cast regen on ourselves. I can't remember what the actual duration on sleep is. I mean, it's actually variable because of resist rates and things, but it's also like on. Final phase shift on the exoplates, and we're stunned. And it's bad because the orbitals are still alive, and now he can chain cast ancient magic. Okay, so he won't summon orbitals anymore. Oh, that's why we have Sleep Fit 2. Okay, so we got all his orbitals. Good stuff, good stuff. Now we just get our Simi back. We give him a Savage Blade. So we give him a Savage Blade. Oh, the guy lied to me. It's okay though. We got him. We got the first phase. We got the first phase. Okay, okay. So here's what we do. We're gonna use. We're gonna switch to our casting setup. Switch to our staff. We're gonna put on Stone Skin. We're gonna probably rebuff Phalanx and use our Dusty Elixir. And by then, he should probably already be engaging us. It says it takes 1 minute for him to engage you in Phase 2. I kind of don't believe that. Oh look, one of his eyes is crystalline. Haha, I underestimated your ability. You fight well for such lower life forms. But there's no more time for playing games. Prepare to witness my true power. It's the trope where the guy wearing the eye patch is secretly like super powerful underneath of it or whatever. Okay. I'm just gonna use that now. Get sad because the item delay is... Oh, we don't have the tools? Are you serious? Oh, fuck me. Okay. Oh, that's really bad. Let's see. Do I got my tool bags anywhere? In my ship? I do not, and he is here. Okay, we don't need to be engaged actually. We just need to be doing this. Really bad. We're boned. Okay. Well, that's my bad for fucking up and not having ninja tools, apparently. Where did I even put them? Oh my god. Okay, well, we're coming back with trust, and we're just gonna fucking ruin his day, because... One, I don't have chain spell anymore, and two, you know, like, this recording's almost an hour on this one fight that's not even, like, actually this hard. I wish item use was also a little less clunky in this game. But, yeah. Oh well. Okay. So we'll use trusts, and you'll see that you'll just wonder why I was a moron the whole time. I'm just getting food because I can't stand to do stuff without food because I've got issues. We'll get the cheaper one since we're getting low on money after all that spell buying yesterday. I could have just used my squid sushi, I guess. Whatever. But you get the proof of concept for soloing it, right? Like, where the fuck is my Shiki bags? What did I do with them? I've got to know, because, like, those are something I usually don't take out of my inventory. The only way I would have taken them out of my inventory is if I either accidentally NPC'd them or accidentally threw them away. So not MogSafe 1. They're not in MogSafe 2. I know I haven't cast freaking Yutsusemi that many times. So where are they? Not in the Mog Locker. Oh. Son of a bitch. I probably would have still lost, but actually being able to cast the thing that I was going to rely on to block most of his damage, you know, is kind of, kind of important, especially since I can chain spell cast it. You know, like you saw like what he was doing for damage, right? He was hitting really fast, and he was casting ancient magic almost instantly. You know, it's all single target shit, so like I panicked because I was out of my fucking... I didn't have my fucking tools. I should have checked that. But, oh my god. Okay, so this time we just use trusts, and we go in, and we fucking clean shop. We don't even care. We just kill him. I mean, we might have to think a little bit about what trust to use, because phase shift is going to hit really hard on everyone because they don't have shadows to block it. But it's not going to be like as bad as Archangel Elvin. Although I sure made it seem that way by trying to solo it. That's for sure. I've estimated it looks so easy in Phase 2 with his chain spell. He used Blizzard 3 back in the day. And he just alternated between Blizzard 3 and like Yutsusemi Ni or whatever, as far as I remember. I engaged it out of habit and I didn't need to. It was like one more step I did that I didn't need to be doing. Oh, so what is this, the 4th time we've seen this cutscene in this video? Oh my god. I'm sorry. Can't lay a finger on him. I cannot move. True power of the crystal. Just take the eye patch off and let me kill you. I also probably should have just used Pro Ether and used the Dusty Elixir, because the Dusty Elixir had a really fast use time. Of course, if I just had my freaking Shihi, I could have blocked almost all of the damage. Oh well. Okay. I'm a little worried that Shantato is just gonna die, but whatever. This boss is kind of where they got the idea for Super Shantato, I'm pretty sure, as well. Because of the way she floats and fights and things. You know, chain cast. She uses tier 1 nukes, but like, you know, the idea is super fast ancient magic. They just didn't want to be that overt about it, I guess. The nice thing is Valina will probably kill the orbitals with his AoEs. That'll be cool. Right. I lack the tools. I know I lack the tools, you son of a bitch. It'd be nice if they had implemented like a counter for your tool stack that was currently being used. So you could see how many tools you had left every time you cast a spell. It would be kind of annoying, right? But like it would be better for player convenience. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother sleeping the orbital. Dude, like, Lionel is just like spamming. What the hell? Okay, we're stunned. I wonder if he's spamming it every time every time an orbital comes out, I think. And yeah, as predicted, Shantato is dead. Because I should have done man, he's just like going to town with that. Oh, I'm not gonna magic first anymore. Oh, doesn't matter. No, we won't skip the event. Yeah, if you've seen the midway battle cutscene before, then it'll let you skip the event and have slightly more time to I guess ready yourself. I'm pretty sure that's why guides say you have a full minute. I'm pretty sure we didn't spend a full minute last time trying to use the elixir and buff ourselves, so it's whatever. We got him this time. Even without Chain Spell, even without Shantato, we'll be fine. In fact, we might be able to resummon Shantato right now because he doesn't have hate on us yet. Maybe. Yeah, we actually can. So double plus good. We're gonna kick his ass. Hey buddy, you want to teleport up here and get your ass beat? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Just gonna... Oh, and he's already down. Thanks, Shantato. Eat a dick, Yoldanarke. See, that's how easy he was, though, right? Like, he's nothing compared to the Archangels. They're the real, like, end fight. In the eyes of the gods, I, too, am no different from Kamano. But that won't stop me from restarting the Crystal Line, whether it's completed or not. He's pissed off because he's dying. The crystals will spin out of control as they did 10,000 years ago and create another meltdown that will destroy this world and everything on it. Well, the meltdown didn't destroy everything, it just mutated us. You fought well, but it's time to say goodbye. I mean, I guess it did destroy all the Zilart, except for him and his brother, so... I guess those are like view screens to the mother crystals. They're lined up in the exact same position, star position as the Archangel Fight Islands. You cannot believe what you are witnessing. Oh. Doesn't seem that fantastic to me. It looks like a circuit. Light has begun to converge. Soon all will end and my dream will begin. We can't let him get away with it. So it all ends here. Oh, well, emo Chizo. I guess it's up to me, says Lion. What's she gonna do, though? There might be another way to do this, but I couldn't think of anything better. I'm sorry, Calm Wind. I don't think I'll be able to keep our promise. Early 2000 sprinting animation. I don't get how that would stop it, but heroic sacrifice, go! And she's been vaporized. But what is this noise? The power of the crystal is fading, but how can this be? No, nothing can get in my way. Stop, Ildenarche. Thou must cease thy vile ambitions. Oh, it's even a while. Thou must no longer bring harm to the world of Vanadiel. Dost thou not yet realize, harming Vanadiel will only bind thee from attaining thy dream of paradise? Even a while. Eldenarche, something can never really be destroyed. It only changes to take on a new form. And now, that time has come to take on a new form. Let us go. And he died. It's kind of a cool eye, though. Until we meet again, warriors of the crystal. I thought those were the ones that I killed. Last video. Okay. Well, let us hope that that puts an end to the Zilart's plan. You did a great job in there, Calmwind. Well, clearly you didn't see me suck and die 3 times. And Lion. If it wasn't for her, who knows what would have become of Vanadiel. I speak for all of Vanadiel when I say thank you, Calmwind. Well, now that we got that out of the way, let's get out of here. This place gives me the creeps. I think that if Lion was still here, she would agree. Be seeing you around, Calmwind. Calmwind, I too bid you farewell, but I do not feel that this meeting will be our last, until our paths cross again. It all began with a stone, or so the legend says. In ages past, a sentient jewel, enormous and beautiful, banished the darkness. Its many-colored light filled the world with life and brought forth mighty gods. Bathed in that light, the world entered an age of bliss, until, after a time, the gods fell into slumber. That world was called Vanadiel. However, this age will not last. The great bane will devour the fair land of Vanadiel. The ancient seal will be broken, awakening nightmares of ages past. The blood of innocence will soak the earth, and the world will fall into fear and despair. But as one bright star shines through the clouds at night, And as one song sings clear above the roar of beasts, we hold to one hope in these darkest of times. Oh, the spirit of Graviton's faded out of existence now. Duty done. The star is you, and the song is yours. And someday, that hope will become our dreams, our prayers. Shine forth, star of hope. Let your song ring out across all of Vana'diel. And what was split asunder will once more become whole, complete and inseparable for all eternity. I wonder if that's technically a sixth mother crystal in Tulia. So it's crystalline, it's sticking up. It's in a Zilart structure. Ah, we're in Hall of Gods. So I think that's the end of Rise of Zilart. And so ends another chapter in the never-ending tale of Vana'diel. However, as long as there are those who are lured by the thoughts of paradise, the wheels of destiny will continue to turn. And there's actually one more mission beyond Awakening. But in order to access it, it's technically also a quest. It's called Apocalypse Nigh. But in order to access it, we have to finish the entirety of Chains of Promathia, which we haven't touched since Chapter 3. So, yeah, that'll have to wait till after Endwalkers, though. So, between now and then, I'll at some point level every other job to level 70. And the next video, whenever I find the time to record again, will be, clearing all those Genkai fights. And then, after we've cleared all the Genkais, we'll move on and do Chains of Promathia. And it'll be fun. It'll be great. So, I hope you enjoyed this simple story that Rise of the Zilart was. There's going to be references to it in Final Fantasy Endwalkers, so at least like one or two, that is. I think they're going to reference Tulia directly. And let me just make sure there's not any more cutscenes real quick, because I forget things. Final cutscene, return to Hall of Gods, next mission, Awakening. Okay, yeah, so we got a couple more cutscenes to go get, actually. So, we'll want to go back to Norg. And we'll do that by going up this way and taking the book. I guess we could have just walked out of Hollow Gods, but just wanted to show you, I guess. Sky's permanently activated. It's a zone we always have in our repertoire now, so it's kind of nice. Might also, at some point, be able to get my friend Crucent to help me, if he still feels like helping me with anything. Although he's going to be playing Endwalkers too, so neither of us is going to be in this game for the foreseeable future unless something breaks in 14 and we have no other choice. Which, I mean, might happen, which would be really sad and suck. But stranger things have happened. But yeah, in general, the plan is get all the jobs to 70, do the Genkais, move on with Chains of Promathia. There's still so much more to show in this game. And it already feels, it's been amazing replaying it, honestly. I've been having a blast.
This has been very fun. Even when I've been losing, even when I've been complaining, I'm actually just really enjoying myself. I probably would have thrown myself at Elden Arce solo gladly for like another 2 or 3 hours if I wasn't recording. Because it's possible. It's possible to win. You know, like you saw, like it wasn't. I was making him bleed. It wasn't like I was overmatched. I just had some fuck ups. Your story won't be going down in the annals of history. Why the fuck would that? No, everyone deserves to know that I'm a hero, you son of a bitch. Aren't you her adoptive father? Yeah. Mighty damn proud to have her as the daughter. No. Got one more cutscene to get from his door, I think. And then we can go get a cutscene from Aldo and Juno. Did we get any fancy titles? Barrier of the Illusion. Huh. Just like the illusion of obtaining paradise or something. Some of the titles in this game don't make sense. I'm just gonna say that straight up. And sometimes I feel like it was the English localization team having a laugh. Gilgamesh refused to tell people that his daughter's dead, but she'll always be alive in Norg. It's always easier to forget about the things that trouble you. That be why people always forget about those who pass away. I don't want that happening to me daughter. That's why she'll always be alive here in Norg. That's both heartwarming, but also like an extreme case of denial. Although the point about forgetting is kind of interesting, but I mean, I'm never gonna forget the fact that my mom's dead. Like, it doesn't really, it doesn't really track. But I want to be the first thing in this game to not really track, so. I apologize again for wasting your time with me trying to solo Elden Arce. I probably should have just done it with trust from the beginning. Kept this video short. Valineril was literally kicking his ass every time it spawned an orbital. That was freaking hilarious. Like, he has no cooldown on Glory Blade. Oh, spooky music. You didn't just leave him on that cursed island to die, did you? Oh wow, they're threatening to kill us. Boss! A couple of worms like the Zilart, as if he... Remember his dialogue back up there, though. I couldn't even lay a finger on him. It wasn't easy, but thanks to Calm Wind here, the princes were no match for us. I think you mean thanks to my trusts, pal. I mean, I'm no slouch, but they did the work in the end. Nothing but a little punk. You're not an adventurer, you're a fucking black market merchant. Oh, Verena's up and about. She's one of a few characters that I don't mind bangs on for a woman. Generally, I don't think girls look good with bangs, but she's an exception. Lion's gone. What do you mean gone? Lion traded her life to stop Yildiz plan. Verena, Lion fought bravely that day. Her sacrifice saved millions of lives. Sag. I can feel something. This warmth. Lion, is that you? It is you, isn't it? Aldo, Lion is still alive. I can feel it. She's weaker than before, but she's still with us. You may be right, Verena, and if there's any shred of hope, the least we can do is continue to believe. So, Calm Wind. As much as I'd love you to join us here at the Tenchodo, I think I already know your answer to that offer. But if you're ever in the neighborhood, be sure to drop by. You're always welcome. Well, I think it's time I took that vacation I've been promising myself. You should go someplace quiet and get some rest as well. I have a feeling that the real adventure has just begun. Phew. Okay, so, is that the final cutscene? For now. Until we can do Shadows of the Departed. Okay, yes. So, it's saying something about zoning into Rulude Gardens. So we'll go to Rulude Gardens real quick. But then we must bring this to an end. Yeah, it's real quick, like, I mean, the goblin's right there, and I can't resist. Do I got enough to open the special dial? I do. Give me something good. Give me, like, a riddle or some shit. Come on, dude. I just got my ass beat on camera. Burning Haku Taku, you son of a bitch. So, what that is, you can get these eyeballs from Hecta Eyes. There's like a burning one, a wooden one, a wet one or damp one or something like that. There's I think a frozen one. There's like 5 or 6 of them. Then, using alchemy, you combine them together to make a Hakutaku eye cluster. And you take that to the Den of Rancor, and you can spawn a special Hecta Eyes notorious monster called the Hakutaku, which is like a level 85 giant Hecta Eyes. It drops an item called the Optical Hat at a rate of 100%. And it's a hat that gives 10 accuracy, 10 evasion, and 10 ranged accuracy. And it looks stupid as fuck, but it was a staple for endgame back in the day. It was a gigantic, tall, steepled hat. Like, super pointy and super tall. Looked like a mage, you know, something for a mage. But even for a mage, it just looks so doofy. Anyway, we didn't get any special cutscene, so that's because we haven't finished Chance of Mathia, I would assume. Anyway, once again, there's the sun setting, at least in game, and we finished A Tale of Adventure, Rise of the Zilart. So, once I've had my fill of Endwalkers, once I've done some things, I will continue on. Maybe I won't stick to the order I said I would. I might just occasionally record like an hour or two of like Chains of Promathia, because I have the means to beat it now with Trusts and Red Mage at 75. But we'll see what happens. Until then, watch out for the Endwalkers portion of the Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play. Stay safe and have a great day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with my idiocy. Also, have a great Christmas.